Hey guys, Crumbterial here. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the mining and smithing rework in Runescape here, what I think about it, and I just teleported to the wrong spot. Alright, so this has been in the works for a long time as far as the fact that the mining and smithing rework, if I'm not mistaken, had 2 betas before it actually came to life. Now, I don't intend for this to be a tutorial, but usually what happens is I had learned from another YouTuber named Mike Grew that apparently portable forges have been taken out of the game now because basically they made it so that all furnaces and all anvils are now a bank for all your bars and ores except for corrupted ore from Saren stones that look like this. Anyway, you have a little thing that says like prospect, and when it talks about that, it says things like level you have to be. Rocks have hit points and hardness and XP multipliers. So when you hit it, certain stuff happens. When you get XP for every hit. So, and things like instead of, and ore also never depletes. Now, initially, I have to admit, I'm going to sound like a crybaby here, but initially I was extremely salty about this because of the fact that Rune ore took a total crash and they made everything much more complicated. Because see, I can smith corrupted ore, but see this, we have the core ores. For this, they added all kinds of different ores, such as, let's see, luminite, that wasn't there. Runite, orichalcite, dracolith, necrite, phasmatite. Bainite was there kind of before light and dark animica, silver and gold were there too, of course. So, and then each of these are combined in different ways to make different bars. See, so like orichalcum, orichalcite, and dracolith make this bar. And now rune is made with luminite instead of like 8 coal like it was before. And the same with adamant. The only ores now that need coal are mithril and iron. And then we have necronium, which are necrite and phasmatite, and bainite, which is that was regular, and then elder rune, that's new. So there's all this complicated stuff, and initially I was extraordinarily annoyed by it. I just wanted to go through this little tutorial. Oh, hey, I just used the right click option. I was just wondering. And that's it for that. That's interesting. All right, because rune, also because the original rune took a dive from, it was 13K for a piece of runite ore to, well, I'm going to get there. And also you have to go under specialist ores to smelt the corrupted ore, because corrupted ore is, like I said, the only one that can't go in the bank. And so it's like, boo-hoo, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Because this is all going to go down in price. And what am I going to do? And what's the RS economy going to do? And blah, blah, blah. So I admit I was being a little melodramatic about it. Okay, but then I realized like this, if you take I think it's 1 bronze bar, and go over here to any anvil, you can make yourself an ore box. And as you mine more and more ores, and as achievements and things like that, and also add on to the box, it starts out as a bronze box, and then you take 2 bars of every metal and fuse it onto the box if you have the appropriate smithing level, and get this box. Or you can buy it for about 8,000 GP. It's not very expensive. So that you can hold up to 140 of any type of ore. So it's not just like a coal bag where it was only, I think, 81 pieces of coal, and that was it. You would have to go bank. It doesn't start out at 140, but you can, as you mine, I think it's like, I forget the thresholds at a crucial time, of course, like 20. It adds up being more than 100 pieces of ore of every ore in the game. The ore box can hold more as a result of that achievement. So That's helpful. And then we have these stone spirits. They're new. They're not very they're not very expensive though. Uh, to come back to Galdron later, I think they make it so that when you mine an ore, and also this was the runite ore now. This is runite. Well, obviously, this is the most hard to get at rock in the game at one point. So if we were to mine it, if you have stone spirits in your inventory, instead of getting one ore on a successful fill up of this blue bar, you get two. That's basically the only setup for that. And you also get geodes, which are rocks that give you like semi-precious gems or shards you can use for summoning or what have you. So that's all right. And then you're able to one-click fill the ore box and it'll all go in there, and it'll show you how much of each kind you have by just pointing at it like that. There's also some really nice ore in here. It's you need level 60 mining to get down here, of course. That hasn't changed. Another thing that has changed real quick is that these rocks are much bigger than they used to be, because rocks used to be way smaller in the earlier days. Like this area would have been all full of smaller rocks, and it would be almost completely filled. And the rocks also never deplete, which was cool. I warmed up to this because I realized it was really going to happen, and everything would be volatile for a while. If you don't have 45 dungeoneering and 60 mining, it's okay. Because like with Luminite, this is pretty, I'm going to get some Runite as well. And there's more manifested knowledge. There we go. I'm going to get some Runite and some Luminite. These ores also have value, as anything does, that you can sell. It's not terrible. You know, with 1400, I mean, if you're looking to get things relatively fast, it's 1400 GP is nothing really to sneeze at, depending on how fast you are or how adept at your mining your character is. You can get it reasonably fast. I mean, it also helps. It was really a help to me that I was also able to make my own pickaxe. That was another thing. This is almost I have the Elder Rune pickaxe +5. It's another thing they added with all the pluses. You have the original weapon or armor or tool you can make, and then +1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can make that pickaxe yourself. The only other pickaxe higher than this in the game, I believe, is the pickaxe of Earth and Song. See, it's 1800 GP, so it's actually slightly worth more than Luminite is. I mean, that's down from 13k, which is okay. It's also faster to mine. I was also appreciative. It took me a long time to warm up to this idea. I was also appreciative of the fact that it wasn't going to cost me like 6 million or 4 million GP for a dragon pickaxe, which was the highest pickaxe in the game at the time. You still need, I think, the dragon pickaxe, something else, one other item, and a blast fusion hammer to make the pickaxe of Earth and Song if you want to, which is about the only thing it's good for now. So, okay, we're about 1700 XP away. Based on how close this XP circle is, I'm pretty sure you know by now, the cat's out of the bag about what the 10th 99 on my character is going to be. But I appreciate you hanging out anyway. I mean, it's a strange thing about change, because change is constant, but sometimes as a player and as a real person too, sometimes it takes me a little while to get used to things, because of the fact that I'm used to how things were. And then I realize they're not really going to be like that anymore. And it's like, oh no. And then things are weird for a while. but then it eventually evens out. All right, we're almost there. And a couple more swings, about 5 more, 4 more, 2 more maybe, 1 to 2 more, 1 more. Sorry. And all right, 99 mining. 5% better critical swings and steel mastery or skill mastery. Okay, so we've got 5% better critical swings. That means critical swings make it so that blue bar to mine the ore fill up faster. That's basically all that's for. And skill mastery. What else? We'll collect gemstone golem fragments at double the rate. Okay. That's why the gemstone golem suit is actually what I have on now. Looks like this, which is, it's like 5 pieces of 3 different outfits. One is the sapphire's blue, the emerald's green, and the ruby's red. You combine them all 15 pieces to make this special suit that has like a strange cascading color and stuff. Oh, and the primal pickaxe in Damonheim. That's helpful. All right. I actually did some research so I didn't look like a rube, so I could figure out who the mining skill master was, so I could give them a visit and buy the cape and hood from them. And it turns out it's this man, Gadrin. You believe right, miner. You'll need 99k from me first, huh? Awesome. Okay. Let's check it out. And I didn't really want this video to be very long. And I mean, as far as the verdict, hey, that looks pretty. Oh, let's take off the rest of this armor. I was going to say that looked pretty cool. It's all right. Regrettably, I usually forget what these capes and hoods are good for and end up just throwing them in the bank. Oh, 5% double ore chance on all core rocks, and whenever you roll to get more ore from a core ore succeeds, you get bonus XP. Cool. That's pretty awesome. Okay. That's a perk that in my opinion, is actually worth it. So, and I didn't want this to be a very long video. I mean, at first I didn't like the rework, or the idea, I should say the idea of the rework, but I did eventually warm up to it. Because I realized this is the way it's going to be, and I think the game actually did improve and is the better for it. And I actually also started to enjoy mining more because I realized that, okay, the rocks don't deplete. Mining is slightly more AFK, so I don't have to really sit there for a long, long time, or have to start over at the end of every swing to start over with that rock. Okay, so if this is mining, it should be alphabetized, we hope. Oh, that's right, it's not. Oh, there we go. There we have it. Although if I am mining, I should probably wear that. All right, I appreciate you guys hanging out. That'll be the end of the video. And my thoughts about the rework. I realized they were at heart trying to actually make the game better. I mean, not do anything bad to it. I mean, it's Jagex's game. and they can do with it what they'd rather. But I mean to say, it's at first I resisted, but I actually figured out that it was all right. And it's an improvement to the skill to an extent that makes it a little more interesting. And there are more things to do to improve both the mining and smithing area of the game. And I liked that, even though I didn't start out liking it. So, all right, that'll be the end of the video. Keep on going with your RuneScape journey and your gaming and life journey in general, and we'll catch you guys next one. Bye-bye.